Thank you very much, Katie. It's a pleasure to be here to launch the Yes to AV cross-party campaign, having launched the Labour Yes to AV campaign. I think the support of people from different parties is essential for the Yes campaign. But the important thing is why we've all decided to put aside our differences and back this cause. We're here because a yes vote on May the 5th will, in my view, be good for voters and good for democracy. The case for AV is fundamentally a case for political change. If people are happy with politics as usual, then they should vote no. But if not, they should vote yes, because AV is a step in the right direction, not a panacea, but a step in the right direction for changing politics as usual. First, because AV will make more people's votes count. There is no perfect electoral system, but in my view, AV is a step forward because it retains the constituency link, but does mean that more people's choices will be counted. I want Labour campaigning on every street in every community. I want to win the support of everyone we can, from Brighton to Skye. But I don't want our voters ignored if we fall short in an area. Nor do I want the votes of other parties to be ignored if their candidate comes third. AV would let people be honest about their first choices and still have a say in who wins. More people's votes would help decide the winner, so more votes will count. Secondly, AV will encourage parties to reach out to a wider electorate, so more voices will be heard. To secure a majority of votes locally, candidates will need to knock on more doors, make more phone calls, and listen more carefully to those who disagree. So reform will put pressure on political parties to campaign to reach out to more voters, not just in current marginal seats. It will make our lives more difficult, but we should welcome that pressure as part of building a stronger, healthier politics. The rules of politics shouldn't be designed to suit politicians, they should exist to suit the electorate. And in my view, AV will make it easier to hold politicians to account, put pressure on candidates to campaign, and make it essential to get the support of more people locally. There's a third thing too though. AV will help to change the culture of our politics. The people on this platform from different parties disagree on many things. We have different views passionately held. But AV would encourage us to build bridges, not barriers, between parties so that we can persuade more voters of our case. I do believe that today's political culture, which encourages only division, profoundly damages faith in politics. Nowhere has this been more true than among progressive forces in Britain. I have spoken before about the progressive majority in Britain. The tragedy for progressive politics historically has been that division on the centre and left has handed the right victory after victory. For most of the last 80 years, there has been one Conservative party, but several competing for progressive votes. No wonder the Tories back the current system. They know Britain is not fundamentally a conservative country, but with first past the post they are more likely to govern whenever progressive forces are divided. This Conservative-led government and its current alliance with the Liberal Democrats does not change my belief there is a progressive majority in this country. Britain deserves an electoral system that fairly reflects voters' views. I will be campaigning for a majority Labour government at the next election, whatever voting system we have. But AV would encourage parties to reach out and better reflect the majority of opinion. Let me say one final thing. We have elections on the 5th of May, and we also have this referendum. People have speculated about whether a yes vote would be bad for David Cameron or a no vote bad for Nick Clegg. I urge people to look beyond particular individuals and look to the national interest. This is a chance to change politics as usual. We should seize it, and that's why I will be supporting a yes vote on May the 5th. Thank you very much.